Hey guys, Gidley here, bringing you the second Get Ranked episode, this time with Priest. I have to say Priest is probably my favorite, using a custom deck that I'll give, props to my fellow team member from Bloody Kuroshi. He made this deck, calls it the Scumbag deck, because you end up using more of your opponent's cards than your actual cards. So get a really good start to get that Thought Steal, Cleric, and end up also getting Light Warden and a Swordsmith. And as a draw, I also get another Cleric. So really strong start. End up right off the bat getting the Cleric and Light Warden out. You want to apply that really early game pressure. It's going to force him to use spells that he was maybe saving for later game. You kind of want to bait those spells. He has to deal with these guys because, and there, right there, he uses a Frostbolt, you have to deal with these guys because if you let them go on too long, live too long, they're going to end up dealing so much damage that it's going to be, you're not going to be able to deal with it, so much damage and so much card draw. The Cleric, every time I heal, I get a card drawn. And the Light Warden, every time I heal, she gets buffed. So, and towards late game when you can heal all the time, they're really, really powerful. He ends up killing my Light Warden there, really good idea for him. Wasn't able to utilize it fully, but that's okay. I summon my Swordsmith, so what the Swordsmith does at the end of the turn, he gives +1 attack to a random allied minion. So really strong, but once again, I'm applying that early game pressure and forcing him on the defensive instantly. He has 2 strong cards he has to deal with, and in early game, you don't really have that much AoE damage to wipe out more than 2 to 3 minions, There's just no way to deal with it. So, here he summons a Witch Doctor, heals himself up, attack it with the Swordsmith, heal it up, get that card draw from the Cleric, and then just attack his hero directly and end my turn. So, and then my Cleric just keeps getting stronger and stronger as the turns go on. So once again, there's this threat that he deals with right here. He uses Frostbolt, and since this is a ranked game, now I know he has no more Frostbolts in his hand. And which is really good because those can be used in later game to finish off some higher level minions, and you don't want that. If you can keep your higher level minions and keep that board control, it's better to you. So summon my Harvest Golem here, heal up my Swordsmith. You want to try and keep him alive as long as possible because he's buffing everybody. He's giving those allies an extra 1 attack at the end of his turn. So right there, he made my 2/3 Golem into a 3/3 and that Golem also has Death Rattle, so as soon as he dies, he summons another 2/1 minion. So I'm applying this pressure, putting him on the defensive. He has to summon Mirror Images, 2 taunts that do nothing but just stop some incoming damage for a little bit, and it does some damage to my hero. You don't want to put on too many cards onto the field at the moment because mages may have that Flame Strike that can wipe out anybody. So you want to keep some of your minions in back. So I'm using my Soul Priest, which is really strong. It basically allows your heal to become an attack. So I take out one of his taunts with it. My guys are unfrozen. However, what I feared happened, he had that Flame Strike, ends up killing my Weaponsmith and my Golem, but the Death Rattle procs, and I still get everything I need to. Use the heal on that target, basically now it's 2 damage, and attack with my Soul Priest and my Golem. So, you want to use those damage heals, off of the bat when your Soul Priest gets low like that. You want to make sure that he's not going to die, or if he does die, you used it to his full potential. Like right there, I knew he was just going to Flame Blast him. So I used that to kill the taunt and deal max amount of damage to the hero. So, also missed a part there, I did a Thought Steal. So I actually ended up getting Flame Strike and his Grizzly. Now, that tells me one thing, that he also has a Flame Strike in his deck still. So I gotta be careful with how I display my minions. So I summon a Yeti there. Yetis are really strong. They have a high health pool and a medium damage. I think about summoning a second one, but then I think maybe I should save it later and get a taunt to avoid that damage. Don't attack with my creatures. I want to put the ball in his court, see what he does. I want to still have that board control. Basically what I did is, since I got that Grizzly, I was able to counterplay his Grizzly with his very own Grizzly. So the only way to kill it is to basically trade Grizzlies. He summons another taunt, and basically right here he's wondering what to do. He has to deal with that Grizzly, and exactly what I thought he would do. He swaps Grizzlies, and then he trades. He's trying to get max board clear here, and he has that really nice taunt right up there. So I realize I don't have a taunt with me, so I mind control it. Just in case. I think it was a really good use of a mind control. Even if it may have been a little bit early and you could have had some stronger minions, now I have, once again, I have the board control and protection. And it's a strong minion that might force out some spells, some like fireballs or some polymorphs from him, so that later game when I have my stronger minions, they're not going to get targeted. Right there, he uses the fireball, kills his own minion technically, and I have board control again. So right here I use a Thought Steal, and I'm getting a Lord of the Arena and an Assassin, so I know, he has another Lord of the Arena there. Use my charge to take out his taunt, get that max damage out onto the hero, Sacrifice, a charge with 5 damage and only 2 health for a Lord of the Arena is a really good swap, but because I'm putting him back on the defensive, and here again, we're baiting out these spells. He's using his polymorph on Yetis, he's trying his best not to take any damage. And once again, he throws forth his taunt, trying to keep that damage away from him. I end up just Shadow Word painting it, summon my Yeti and my Fairy Dragon, and end the turn with healing my hero. So Yeti does lots of good damage. The Fairy Dragon's really strong because it can't be targeted by spells. So I can't heal it, I can't buff it unless it's AoE, and he can't target it with a fireball. Right there, there's his second fireball. He kills my Yeti, but now I know he has no more fireballs to deal with high-end creatures later on in the game. He just can't deal with it unless he has a polymorph, and he's already used one polymorph. So my high-end creatures are really strong. Now, I know he has that second Flame Strike, so I'm not going to summon my Lord of the Arena. I'm going to keep him safe, just in case, and summon my Commando, do max damage to the hero, and heal myself and end the turn. I'm basically establishing, I'm giving myself a safety net just in case anything bad happens, And I also have 2 Holy Novas and a Flame Strike to deal with whatever is thrown at my way. So he summons 2 taunts. He does mirror images, Arcane Explosion, and kills my Commando. So good play by him. However, Holy Nova, heal my Fairy Dragon, kill his taunts, directly attack him, and made a mistake there. I thought, I could heal with power, buff him with Power Shield, but then I forgot, you can't buff a Fairy Dragon. Just ended by healing myself, getting myself topped off at 30 health. And I still have board control at this point. He summons another taunt. There's that Lord of the Arena that I copied off from his deck. Knew he had it, just didn't know when he was going to get it. Here I just got really lucky. I got Shadow Word Death, able to deal with it right away. I summon his Assassin, and then go right for the damage. So here he has no cards. He can't kill that Assassin in any way, or the Fairy Dragon with any spells. So unless he has a taunt, he's not going to be able to stop me. So he throws me the Well Played, I throw him a Well Played, and he concedes in just a second because he knows he can't win. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned that, using your opponent's strengths against them and planning out your strategy based on your knowledge is a really good way about winning a game. So don't forget to check out Get Ranked Episode 1 if you haven't seen it, and subscribe if you want to. It'd help me out.